We're back with more console league action. Elevate versus Onii Channers coming up right now. My name's Rainday. That's Pretty Air, and it's time to get going. This is the set that has been having a lot of controversy around it. Of course, Swiper the One banned last week to the surprise of many people for a year in Paladins, which left Onii Channers in a position where they didn't have a replacement until Richie came over, but that leaves a whole slew of opportunities for Elevate to take advantage of.
And it's tough, man. Swiper was a big star player for them. That's not exactly something that you can just replace.
Nope.
Or you probably would have done it already. I mean, his flexibility is really something that is going to be a large shoe to fill, so to speak, for these guys on Onii Channers today. And Elevate is, like we said, no slouch. 4 of those guys at basically every console wars we've ever had. And they are not going to be letting their foot off the gas for nobody, ban or not.
Stone Keep, map number 1. And as we saw this faded kind of matchup be decided for Onslaught earlier on, we do see now the only set left in today that really determines a LAN seed. This is going to be your NA PS4 representative. One of these two teams will make it out after this best of 3. The only person who's going to find out, me, you, Nick, everybody watching as this set unfolds, so make sure to stick tuned and enjoy this one with us. It's the Vivian and the Torvald band and the Talus and the Androxus band. Quite an odd few bands there, Nick.
Andros, definitely seen a couple of him today. I've only seen him come through a couple of times. Hasn't taken over the game. Vivian and Talus have sort of taken over games that they have been in. Torvald is certainly a big problem as well, so this may be feeling like set-specific bans for these two. Leon as well, very highly prioritized in that Onslaught set earlier.
And now, Ruckus added up. We've seen Elevate, obviously been to LAN, seen the performances Ruckus players can have on that champion. The Makoa locked in with the Cassie now, and the Grover taken here for the Onii Channers.
Very little Cassie today, man. This is maybe the first one that I've seen. Drogos goes 8th overall on Jaguar. No hit scan to shut him down as it currently stands for the Onii Channers. They could go into something like a Victor potentially. Will be the Strix though on Stone Keep.
He's reporting. Interesting stuff here. Strix is going to have some trouble unless Onii Channers can get off the gate and basically off to the races very, very early on.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one to dive him technically unless Ruckus does it.
I think Ruckus is a great target to be able to go ahead and do that job. But, I mean, it's all about execution, right? I mean, who do you think is going to win here? Elevate or Onii Channers? My money right now.
It's all on that. If Ruckus dives and kills his Strix, then it should be a lot easier. If he doesn't, then they lose. I think that's the biggest door you got to open first in this matchup.
And I think this Cassie, too, is going to have a lot of flexibility. I mean, this could make the game a lot easier for the Strix if she's hitting shots, putting people in the one-shot range for the Strix. You know, if Strix has to two-shot you, it becomes a totally different conversation of his lethality. But if he can just one-shot, turn one-shot, that's going to be a completely different story. And I'm not sure which way it will end. Great set coming up here, guys. Buckle up.
Buckle up, buckos. Shu on his morale boost, Ying. Everything else fairly standard here. Tommy Jet picking up the crack shot as well. And it will be a Impulse Cassie. No big game. We've seen that arise a little bit on PC. And I wouldn't have minded big game here. I mean, I guess Kyle Conrad, no one else is really at that assassination health threshold for this Impulse Cassie, but if that's what you're comfortable with, that's what you're comfortable with.
Yeah, and here it is. Huh. Oh, wow. Look at that. Basically already nothing going on. And Sir James Parker just content to control Paladins. Look at Tommy Jet. He is exposed. He is exposed.
You fool.
He is exposed. Oh. What a decision. But you know what? Look, he gets the ire of Cassie, Grover, and Strix. That's a lot of damage. But that's all damage that's not on the point, and that's probably why Woosh stays alive. Good hook there as well. Sir James Parker getting low, but the Ink clones keeping him nice and healthy. 39% still on the point, but Elevate's been pushed around.
And Strix has had nothing to shoot at. They've been playing the keep well. All the high ground is theirs. All the side ground is basically theirs as well. SJP might be the guy that they want to pressure this out. Drogos can just sit here happy as a battle cat, I suppose, and just continue to find fire spits. into this little cathedral.
Uh-oh.
And that's going to be first blood almost 2 minutes in.
And you could say
And a Dragon Punch.
Elevate GR definitely likes these poke battles because that's combustible, combustible, combustible. Grover's going to get his whirlwind, but who cares when you have a one-hit KO in the Dragon Punch? And that's why sometimes you just hate yourself in the draft for letting Drogos go.
8th, dude. 8th pick, man. Rough stuff. And I don't know. Does that go a different way? I think Onii-chaners, they might try.
I think that seals the deal, right? It could go either way still, but I think the combustible is what puts so much pressure on Richie, and he's the first one to fall.
I'm trying to think, though, why they don't fight for the keep at all. They just 5-stacked in the cathedral, basically. And I'm wondering if that's to try and prevent Ruckus from just walking through there himself. But even Ruckus was up on the high ground.
I think it's a numbers thing, to be honest. Personally, I think that they can't. I feel like they don't feel strong about just Cassie. I don't think you send Grover up there. I mean, that's one of the problems, too. They have this sniper, but their healing is relatively localized for the place that Tommy Jet wants to stand versus the place that he needs to stand to be getting that efflorescence passive. And maybe that's why we saw him drop away. Once he got low, he didn't back up. He actually went closer to where the rest of his teammates were, and I think that's because he was looking for the healing from where to guap.
Where to healing, where to guap.
Where to healing, where to guap.
More questions than answers here out of the gate.
You're mine, little man.
Little man getting dunked, and the mech goes exploding out into the city below. The other shutter jumps down to continue contesting the objective. He's happy to just let his boys pick that one apart. 1 minute on the clock here, but Elevate have already pushed this payload extremely close to its destination.
But you never lack confidence when your gun is an American Eagle pumping 800+ pounds per bullet out of the barrel, you know?
It's a lot of force.
It's a lot of force. It's the power of true freedom.
That's right. That's what we're about here. Freedom to pick whatever you want. Freedom to draft a map. Play some video games. Win some money.
Win some money. Shu and the rest of the boys over on the right side. SJP on this Ruckus. Pretty important pick for this squad. Success. Shu, one of the OG Ying mains. And we'll see if Whoosh can help create some space. This is what I like. They're moving at the same time. High ground, low ground. I'd stay up top, Sir James. Stay up top. There's the illusory rip. They were waiting for the go button, and there it is. So much damage, though, coming through, but the other shutter's getting low. He's forced into the shield now. It's a matter of time before Ruckus burns that, and now the Dragon Punch. It finds Atomic Boom, and this is exactly what Elevate wanted. They have so many people attacking on so many different levels that it ends up working perfectly together, and it's a 2-0 push on Stone Keep.
Look at the kill feed as well. That absolutely blew up. 5 for 2, a total of 7 deaths in that final team fight. 3 surviving members of Elevate managed to make it through. Tommy Jet, very impressive on the Strix. He knows exactly where that bullet is headed. Narrowly off the top damage place as well. GR 4-1. Plenty of poke. Curious to see any adjustments made here from Onii-chaners. I don't know if they liked. I mean, it didn't lose quickly, but it wasn't at any point really gaining ground for me.
I want to take a look at the healing charts as well. See exactly how Where to Guap is competing, and he is competing, but it is coming at a cost. Him and Tommy Jet pretty isolated there. And so it's going to be up to the Strix to stay in this efflorescence range. You're going to notice that Grover healing.
How did that miss?
Right at the edge. If he moves a little farther right, he's not going to get, see, it's gone. And now he's got it again. So this is why he's holding this corner, so he can get this efflorescence healing. He doesn't have it anymore. And now at this point, you're going to be in that type of position here. Elevate, and Onii-chaners here looking extremely competitive at the start of this.
Crack shot. Look at that bonus damage. Putting it down on SJP. And a simple miscalculation there. Tommy Jet is going to scoop that kill. Conrad manages to find Richie before GR gets grabbed up. It's a 2-for-1 comeback mechanic for the Onii-chaners, but they're just now getting on the objective. Inara is still here, and she's still very, very healthy.
48% here. Continuing to go. Elevate in a good spot here to hold. Onii-chaners now fighting back. Con firing line. It's going to give them the damage boost. Where to Guap. He's definitely found the healing for his team. Atomic Boom, nice and healthy, but 80% on the Dragon Punch. Keep an eye on that. Sir James Parker getting low. Illusory Rift, it's going to change it. Someone's going to have to fall down. SJP is going to do it. Now it's still the overtime taking away, but Where to Guap's got all the focus. Who's making the move? Kyle Conrad showing up, and that's putting the Efflorescence Grover in a bad spot, forcing the Blossom. And here's the Dragon Punch, an 8%. Can he get anything? No damage has been done in a long time. Maybe that's just a day late and $1 short for this Dragon here in the sky.
And they never take down Strix, so Tommy Jet's just been free firing this entire time.
Wait a second.
Feels really good about it. Fire Spit lands on
Wait
two.
a second.
SJP tries to drop the hammer down. GR comes back, gets scooped by the overpower. And it is still a brawl on this objective. Nara throws up her wall, trying to be as defensive as possible. Flippity squipped off the objective in a quick little overtime reset, and that'll be it for the Onii-chaners.
Really good Commander's grab, because that just helps seal the deal. But Onii-chaners playing with fire there, and honestly, the Dragon Punch doesn't get off, and you see the other Shutter just quicker to the trigger of that ultimate. Yet if that's a Dragon Punch that goes and finds Khan, that's a GG right there, and it's a 3-0. So little things making a big difference in this set. Tends to be the case when you have a sniper map and a sniper on the other side.
He's been revealed.
They know who I am.
My plan. Strix is a problem, though. SJP needs to find a way to get back there and deal with him. There was one moment where SJP was on the balcony, and Tommy Jet was like on the top of the staircase, and neither of them were really shooting each other. That's on SJP to be like, all right, I need to go deal with this at the moment. I mean, my damage is good, of course, from up top, but this man is a problem for my front line and for the rest of my team. GR can't use any of the airspace as well once, or as long as this sniper is alive.
And Where to Guap on the Grover has been really nice with some of the cripples, just contributing some meaningful damage for a support. It's one of the things Grover brings. And a lot of other great utility pieces. I think forcing that separation like we saw earlier on is going to be the key for SJP, but still Elevate in a great spot. If they can defend, it's 3-1. The next objective capture, although comeback mechanic on the side of Onii-chaners would still give them the win in this crucial best-of-3 set and look good to close it out round 2.
50 seconds on the clock here. Ultimates for either side. Who wants to spend them? Up over the top. Cheeky little fire spit here, playing with the roofs. And no one's even looking at him. Now the fire spit will come through, connects onto 2, as well as the shield, but just collapsed on damage from nowhere else.
Yeah.
At the moment. I don't know, man.
And I think the other Shutter's doing a great job of controlling this upper balcony with the Khan. Overpower is ready. And I think that Whoosh is a little isolated here.
Certainly is. Popping all his cooldowns, but it's simply not enough. Whirlwind here to keep these frontliners nice and healthy as well. Quick reload for Shutter, and then he's right back to it. 8 seconds on the clock. It's an ultimate spent for the Onii-chaners, but what legs do they have to stand on here? They have a front line to send this into overtime. SJP, go to the back line, man. Start just bullying these people out. Give up on Khan.
Yeah, I think that's the smart play here. Oh, and I like it. You just go straight for the Hexfire. Probably didn't need that much. Could have done it with some missiles, but I mean, this gets the job done.
Certainly does. They were all there as well, like all 5.
Yeah.
So it's
you get a point too. I think because you get a point, that's the benefit.
Just make sure it goes your way. Hexafire otherwise has been a little tough for Parker to find value for. I like that snap overpower here.
Yep.
Lack of hesitation in the ultimates. It's always a good sign, I think, for these teams. They kind of know what they can accomplish, and they know what they want to do.
There's a moment for me as a gamer where I really get a little bored with a champion after a while. I play a couple games, try the thing I want, and then I kind of did it, and I had success, and I'm like, all right, what's next? What's new? But then if you go through those games, you play them again and again, you start to really get comfortable. You start to experiment with other things like items. You start to experiment with your ult timing and the locations. Those are the things that you start to see really with these frontline mains like the other Shutter. Those moments make a difference, and it's great to see that. And Atomic Boom's been experimenting with some hooks. Whoosh probably doesn't have much familiarity with dying that fast as Anara.
No way. I mean, he must have not even gotten Earthen Guard off. He just exploded. He was dead almost before the hook even brought him in. And that'll be the quick answer to Ancient Rage. Staying alive, though. That's what's big for GR. Now he just gets to continue to rain hell on this fight. This whole fight is taking place in the keep. Keep it in there. Don't let Strix be a factor. Stun out on the Cassie, and it will be capitalized on. SJP finds the kill. Comeback mechanic for the Onii boys, but Elevate are in control of the map. They are in control of the point, and they are about to tie things up. If Onii Chaners didn't get that 74% early, they wouldn't have had a chance.
No. But here's the thing. I mean, because the Strix is there and the wall is up, I mean, there's really no place to go. They've got to touch the objective.
They didn't
They're
kill
gonna use a
Parker.
shell spin to be there, but they might get the other shutter here. If the other shutter lives, oh yeah, this is money. Oh, but he doesn't. And so now with a good heal coming through from the Ying, it looks like this could be GG, ladies and gentlemen. Elevate look poised to take game one, although it's 3 versus 3.
GR.
Next killer. Oh, wow, the Whirlwind's about to come out, but Elevate GR elevates the squad. They're looking to go to land, but they need to make sure this Strix does not get out of hand, and he hits it, but Elevate respond, and oh, the victory. A last-minute finish, but Elevate take game one.
Tommy Jet's a beast, dude. Like, he is a beast on this Strix. Crackshot is the perfect way to describe him. That's his talent choice as well. He's barely missing these shots, hitting every quickscope, but it's just not enough. The man moved a mountain, and there was a little molehill just sitting there, and that was enough for Elevate to win.
And that's what's so scary about a Strix is you do sometimes have to move mountains, and it still doesn't matter. And that's why I just don't get excited about seeing Strixes versus when I see Kinessa's. And I think the potential to do what he did, but then just hit your headshot or just hit your 2 shots and get the kill versus all this quick scoping and swapping, and it just feels a little easier to do what, you know, ended up not even working at the end of the day. But good attempt. I think a good counter by Elevate to send the Ruckus in, and it ended up working out. The other shutter, though, great frontline play. And now Fish Market, another cool map to see, but this is the place where teams go to lose. And if you're Onii Channers here, you do not want to lose at all. Can't lose one more. Otherwise, you're gone.
Draft now coming through. Andro staying banned out. I guess that's just, you know, Parker did start to play that a decent bit. I think everyone's got Talus now on the lock. Since that buff seems to be very, very appealing. Khan will go and take a seat this match. And Leon stays first pick.
Get ready for some God of War 4 here. It's this theme music.
I like it.
Genos taking and Vivian as well.
High DPS comp brewing here with that early Genos. I don't know if you need to take that early as they do, right? I mean, it feels like that shows your hand a good bit, and it's also not really going to be contested. You know what I mean? I don't think Onii Channers are after a Genos pick.
The only thing I like, though, is that it gives you this wild flexibility, like what's coming next. I don't think they're really clear, and it gives Elevate the ability to eye out kind of, okay, so they've taken our Ruckus, they're prioritizing that, and now 3 picks locked in. We know one has to be a support. There's really only, what, an Eevee coming now? I mean, who's going to flank us? Who's coming?
One. I mean, Andro's gone.
I think it's
Talus is gone. And they're just going to go scope for scope here. Tommy Jet seeing if he can get it done on Nessa. And they pick the Ashe. I like this. I think either Ashe or Barrick. They bring that like immunity ultimate, right? Where you
Absolutely.
just, I get the point for this amount of time. No one on Onii Channers can move Ashe out of that. And it's actually longer than Dome Shield. Dome Shield lasts 6 seconds. Assert Dominance is 8. Cast your vote, guys. Who you got in this one? Elevate have to pull this off, by all means. But if they do, it's going to be hard for Onii Channers to win this.
Yeah, and I mean, I like Ashe dealing with a lot of the champions in this game. I think Cassie, again, a big question mark. Richie did a good job on the Cassie. Maybe not the best, but again, what can you expect from a guy who jumps in on the team new for just 1 week? Onii Channers definitely playing backs against the wall, having their star player banned, no longer available, and now Elevate 1 game away from making land.
I like that Ashe can just be fighting. All right, we need the point, and then just ult back on the objective.
Yeah,
it feels like
nice.
Barrick has to just be like kind of like skulking near the objective all the time in case he needs to scoot over there with a rocket boots or something. But Whoosh, so much more range, and I think a lot more room to be aggressive. Eagle Eye, Rocket Barrage, treacherous ground for Boom. That could be a problem if that is the way that Whoosh wants to play this. If you dash into that treacherous ground, you get stopped short, and there is no way you're walking through that one alive.
Now here's the thing. Elevate have this chance right now to go to HRX for free. Essentially, 2-0 gets them there. 2-1 with a victory sends it to a best-of-1 playoff. So this map is so important for both teams here. It keeps Onii Channers alive, even if they lose the set because of what they've done previously in the console league. And if Elevate put it to rest here in a 2-0, it will assuredly send them straight there. And oh boy, Kyle Conrad, Sir James Parker, SJP says, give me the Cassie. Let me carry this with a triple DPS. And boy, did that happen. Elevate absolutely dominant here to start.
They just rolled over him. That's really scary. Tommy's never able to get set up. Staggering out this Grover. Parker able to get the kill. When it matters most. Still a close vote, though. 43-57. Chat still believes in the Oni.
That's the problem on this map, though. I mean, you're not getting back. You're not touching the point if you lose like that.
Nope.
That's called fish market, my friend.
They came here to lose.
They came here to lose. I'm telling you, it's where all the good teams go to lose. But it's one of those things where sometimes it's a last-ditch effort. It's a different look. But the triple DPS, you got to say, probably weren't expecting that from Elevate. In many ways, if you could pull it off, it's nice to give a team a different look so you throw off their plan, especially on a map that maybe they have a goal and intention in mind.
GR able to find other shutter, and this one's getting pretty much pushed up to the hill for free. That's fish market, though. Nobody really likes to fight much past this corner. But Tommy Jet getting set up. He didn't even get a chance to fire a shot during that point fight. I mean, it was just instant pressure coming out from Ash. Maybe that changes when Wrecker comes online. But for the time being and at the pace currently set, I don't really see a way for Onii to bounce back against this type of pressure.
Yeah, I mean, he could be in trouble here. He's trying to transport just a little bit. He knows that there's a sniper over there. Open season for Kness is going to give him some vision around these corners, so he should win these peak battles. But he's got to hit the shots. Richie shows up. A little bit of a headshot contribution there from Tommy Jet as well. Minute and 18. Elevate doing a good job of capturing super quickly, pushing to about 70% where they need to be, but not able to finish off over that last hump.
Very simple, these Knesset comps. I hit a headshot and we win, or I don't and we lose. That's all I've seen so far. There has been no fights won from the Onii Channers that didn't start with a couple of headshots from Tommy.
Ain't that an FPS player's dream right there. Just hit your shots, kid, and you're in a good spot.
45 on the clock. Corner still struggling to be broken, but this is it for Fish Market. I mean, you get up this hill, and that's pretty much it. There's the first pick.
They did it, basically.
Conrad finds Richie. And unless Tommy can bust back with a big headshot here to even the score quickly, the numbers advantage is just going to overwhelm them.
You got to pick that up. You got to pick it up, SJP. One shot away. Oh, the Knessa stays alive. But it's Whoosh who goes and cleans up one. Kyle Conrad cleans up another. The shield comes through. That's buying beautiful, beautiful time. And with the Luminary mark as well, he's healing up. Oh, Whoosh. There it is. 2-0 for Elevate.
Hitting for 460, 2 clump targets. It's just perfect for Whoosh. You couldn't ask for a better situation to be in. Top damage, though, goes to Whoosh. Or, excuse me, not Whoosh. Elevate GR on Low Vivian. 6-0 for Kyle Conrad. 4-0 for GR. Beautiful way to keep this one rolling here. And Tommy Jet, the only one even really close. I mean, look at this, Leon. 7K damage, barely above Grover.
Yeah.
Ruckus, 9K below Inara. This is rough for the Onii Channers at the moment.
It's just a triple DPS comp, man. I think we're going to see more of it across the board because it fell off. But what changed from Genos was his own damage, not what it did for everyone else.
It's like that Furia change, right? It was like nothing changed about what made Furia strong, and then she just like stopped getting picked. Nothing really changed about what made Genos strong, but he just stopped getting picked.
And I think Fnatic kept losing, right? Came close, and they're just like, we need something completely new. It's like, no, yes and no. Like, is it because you picked triple DPS that you just lost, or is it because your guys didn't show up? Or there are a lot of different reasons why things could have happened. It's like, it wasn't. I get it. If it ain't fixed, broken, don't fix it. But it wasn't even broken. You know.
Who's to say? So many factors decide a win and a loss. Comeback mechanic here, and no overtime.
Wow.
Onii Channers, they head to the objective. They don't lose anyone early. It's just that simple. Richie's spidey senses are tingling, but they
no one is there.
Up.
And good play. I mean, definitely difference when you see them go so aggressive and just get an early pick versus go so aggressive and not. That's what we kind of saw in this last map as well. It was 2-0, then it was 2-1 because of a fight like that. And then they defended here, turned it 3-1, and then captured the next objective on Stonekeep. So, poised to be similar. Onii Channers want anything but. They've got to tie this up because winning this forces at least another game.
Yeah.
At least 2 more games, essentially.
What scares me, though, is just the way that first round went. Nothing really changes or slows down about Elevate's comp, and that's the benefit of 3 DPS, is it doesn't rely on healing, doesn't rely on shielding. It just relies on the amount of damage output and nothing about that. I mean, unless Haven, a ton of Haven comes through, but even still, that's like not that much of a way to slow down when you look at, you know, shields are dying way quicker. No one's getting healed nearly as much. If anything, Onii Channers are going to slow down more as this game carries on.
Yeah, and I really like Elevate's just mid-game fights. I mean, you know, the thing is, if you didn't have to deal with a sniper, like if you didn't have a way, Vivian and Cassie were the ones who had to go and get to Kinessa, cool. But you've got Kyle Conrad holding you down in the back line as well. You're not really susceptible to a sniper composition in the way that some other comps might. So Tommy Jet's going to have to overperform, I think. I think Richie's going to have to be a big, big deal on this Leon, and we know he's made a lot of highlight plays on the Leon before. Doesn't slide to get aggressive there. Maybe might have wanted to, but his team's falling back. And that's another 20, 25 seconds before they're going to get a chance at this.
Flare goes out. He knows that Ruckus is back there. Just doesn't have the line to play with.
I dare you.
Parker picks up Guap.
Ghost Feather.
And like we said, the hold comes at the top of this little hill here. Nobody really looks to push over it or too far past that corner. We'll see in overtime. I think he saw that Kinessa, though, and Strix doesn't really want to play with that when it comes to one shot. You got to give that to Kinessa. Kyle opens it up, though, with the pick on the Leon, and what a way to head into overtime.
10 seconds now. Tommy Jet, I mean, the miracle play, maybe. The triple headshot with 1 sniper shot. New talent, Kinessa's shots now pierce targets and can headshot as well. For 300,000 damage.
Quick math tells me that's enough.
Quick math tells me she'll be picked.
That's enough. FaZe Clan's going to pick you up. You hit that.
That's right.
Big part of the montage game. I mean, the collaterals. The 2-for-1s, the 3-for-1s.
The 3-for-1s.
Big headshots. I don't know. The standard.
That is definitely what it is. You got to get the for the montage for Strix, you really need to get the hot flare shots, which are kind of cool, but the kills with the flashbang, you gotta get those. Like the through the roof, through the window, through the wall, flashbang kills. That's the play. Up over this side of Fish Market, onto the other side. A retreating sniper.
Yeah, through the window and through a wall, man.
Yeah,
you know, your opponent just saying, "What?"
He is the Ghost Feather.
Wow, this is a wrecking ball coming through the fight.
Shoe.
Time and Space finds 2. 2 for Shoe.
2 for Shoe.
And Nara just trying to stall that one out. Able to get 54%, so not a total loss.
No, it's a loss. It's a total loss. How are they going to get back? Oh, my God. Skinny Ruckus versus Ruckus.
I said fat Ruckus earlier. I'm like, well, Ruckus would just be Ruckus, I suppose.
There's no way they're getting back. Asha's ultimate. This is a wrap. Guys, I think Elevate, they're going to do what they needed to do. The 2-0.
Flying an
Are you kidding me? They had to perform, and they performed. I played this map long enough to know that there is absolutely no way they are touching that point, and Avoid Grip secures the deal. Elevate. They will be your LAN representative for the region.
I mean, that whole game was decided by like 3 fights. That first round fight, that headshot from Kinessa in the second round, and then the double time and space. Like those were all the meaningful kills in that entire game.
2 for Shoe. You got to think that through time and space sent his squad. Think of the pop off in the comms when that happened, dude. Ooh-wee. That would be sick to hear. Great stuff. Congratulations. And you know what? This is a team that definitely talked to me about. We're gonna some. So it looks like the map differential here: Elevate +9, Onii Channers +7, and that sends them to Worlds. Really, that 2 map difference, and that's why the 2-0 was so important, and they didn't split it right there because that would have put them both at 8 and 8. And then the head-to-head, and you know all the
tie break and mate.